Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I guess I guess I should say welcome back to me. I know I told you I was going to be gone for a week on vacation, but life has a very interesting way of giving you surprises. And I found that when I got back from vacation, I ended up a few days later catching a head cold, like a summer cold, and it took my voice. So I didn't want to get on here and croak at you, so I chose not to do a video last week. But I'm back, and I'm back with some really good information today. Not information, but more insight and awareness. You know how when you go away on vacation, you always come home with something like, and I don't mean something physical, but something like a new awareness or a new insight or a new goal. Like you see something and go, I want to do that. So I spent a week with a girlfriend of mine. She lives a very peaceful, tranquil, stress free life. And I was just so impressed. Like, you know, when you stay with somebody, you really see how they live and how they eat and how they move and how they handle stress in their life. I was just so impressed by the way that she moves through her life in such a relaxed manner. And I just thought, you know what? I want more of that in my life. So when I was there, we ate a lot of meals together, of course, and we ate a lot at restaurants. So we would spend a very long time at the restaurant eating a very leisurely, relaxed meal. Because you know, when you're together with a friend, and I've known her, I want to say like 30 years, maybe not quite 30. But when you have a conversation with that kind of a friend, right, it's a deep conversation. It's a relaxed, trusting conversation. And the things that you talk about, right, are not where are you going on vacation, what kind of car are you driving, you know, the surface stuff. But you go very, very deep. Like, how are you? Like, what's going on in your life? Like, what are you struggling with these days? What's going right for you? We would have these long, drawn out conversations over a meal. And as I'm learning in the psychology of eating, when you relax during a meal, you go into a parasympathetic nervous system state, which helps relax your whole body, which allows digestion to occur much more easily, and your body is able to process the food. So I had day after day after day of this kind of eating, meals, conversation. It was just so beautiful. And so it is no wonder that I came home 4 pounds lighter than I left. Like usually you think you're going to go on vacation and gain a whole bunch of weight. I find that when I go away on vacation, I always come back lighter because I am so relaxed on vacation. And it really taught me a lesson. So it taught me that when I come home, I don't want to, run right back into all of that stress. I want to really recognize what is the beauty in my life, what's going on in my life that I can really relax into and appreciate. So this week, it's an exciting week for our family. One of my daughters is starting a brand new job today. Yay! It's her first day. My other daughter, it's her first day of her senior year of college. Yay! That also is wonderful. We have a birthday coming up at the end of the week, and today we're getting a new heating and air conditioning unit put in. Yay! Because we've been without it for a couple of weeks. I wouldn't recommend it. But anyway, there are so many things to look forward to and so many things to relax into instead of stressing out about it. And I related this to how I'm eating and my diet. Why am I creating all these rules around food? Why am I creating all of this stress and, judgment around what I'm eating, how much I'm eating, when I'm eating. All of it does not need to be there. So my girlfriend was telling me about a yoga practice that she has implemented. Now, I have taken plenty of yoga classes, and I gotta say, I have not enjoyed them. And the reason that I don't enjoy yoga is that I don't relax into yoga. People say yoga can be so spiritual and they have these wonderful experiences while they do yoga. I'm busy looking at the clock and I'm looking at the girl next to me to see that, she can stand up straight and then bend over and put her forehead against her ankles, right? And I'm looking more like a water buffalo trying to get into different positions. It's just not pretty. I never get to the spiritual part, but I never get there because I never relax into it. And my girlfriend was telling me that she had started a yoga practice and then COVID hit, so she wasn't able to go to the studio, but she has since continued her practice alone in her house. She just puts her earbuds in with music and then does her yoga positions or yoga flows. And I thought, that is brilliant. Like there's no comparison when you do that. You're just working with your own body. And I think that's the missing puzzle piece for me, is that I expect I should be following, what the experts are saying, or this is what I read in a book. And my body has its own inner wisdom that I need to listen to. My body tells me when it's hungry. My body tells me when it's full. Whether I listen or not, that's a different story. But I really came home from vacation thinking, there's a different way to live. There's a different way to process information. There's a different way to eat. And there's a different way to allow yourself freedom as you're doing that. So that was my realization on my vacation. I hope that was helpful to some of you to kind of take a look at how you're eating, what you're thinking when you're eating. Are you a fast eater? Are you a slow eater? Are you enjoying the food that you eat, or are you eating the foods that you think you should be eating? That's where I've gone wrong in the past. I have a clear distinction of what is food that is supposed to be good for me and food that I shouldn't be eating. But what if we could eat all of it? It's interesting. Like it's something to think about. So anyway, thank you for listening to me ramble on today. I'm glad to be back with you and glad to be back into the routine. Thank you for following along. Thank you for having patience with me, and I will see you next week with good news.